Alright, first and foremost, you guys already heard my name's Josue Alvarado, but I don't want this big speech to be about me. I want to make sure that we're here to take you guys from, first step to your next step. So we're going to go through some exercises as I'm talking, because I want to learn a little more about you, and better yet, I want you guys to learn a little more about yourselves. So, imagine on your piece of paper that obviously there's a 12-hour clock in front of it. Okay? I'm going to give you guys 1 minute, and I want you to think really clearly within the 12 or 16 hours that you're up during the day, what are your priorities? Go. All right, time. For all those that weren't done in the first minute, please stand up. Okay. Okay, now, how many things do you have on your list that you have to get done within the 12, 16 hours that you're awake?
I have 7.
7. Okay, how about you?
9.
9. Okay, good number. Over there in the back, I can't read your name tag. How about you?
Mike, 7.
7. Okay.
6.
6. How about 6? 6. 7 or 6 is what I'm hearing. Did anyone have more? You had how many? 11? 14. Okay. Take a seat, please. Let's remember these numbers, right? People that took 2 minutes either had it in, there's no paper. There's a little bit. Let me see. We said, I think it was 7 and 8 first, and then we heard some high achievers here. Okay, so between 7 and 8 things, 2 minutes. Had about 7 to 8, and then someone as high, what was your number? 11 and 14, right? You guys had between 11 and 14 must-dos, right? Right? Okay, those that finished in 1 minute, stand up. This is where we have to be honest with ourselves. Okay? How many things did you have on your list?
6.
So 6. These are the 1 minutes. Alright, so 6. How about yourself, man? 4. Back over there. 6. 6. 4. 4. Okay. Anyone out of the 6 and 4 range? Okay. 4 to 6. No high achievers in that group? Not saying they are or aren't. Hey, you guys are still standing. Why'd you guys sit down? Might want to work on that following direction. Alright guys, now I'm going to ask the point blank question. 4 to 6 things. Name me your 4.
Wake up, go to work, take care of my dog, go to gym, sleep.
Okay.
Second job.
Okay. Yours?
Work, school, gym, family.
Okay. Yours?
Work, wife, family, eat, dog, bed.
Okay. Alright. How about yours?
Work, husband, gym, cleaning.
Okay. Alright. Have a seat. You know what I want to point out to everyone? I haven't heard learning. Didn't hear growth. Did not hear opportunity. So if these are all things that are important to each and every one of you, that's why you're here, right? And today you did a great job by dedicating 4 hours to that cause. Yes or no?
Yes.
Now, is this one of the most important things of your life, to learn and to grow, or is it something you're going to do once a month? Raise your hand if you're going to be one of those people that's going to be lifelong, that you know you always have to learn and grow. Okay? How about those that, I'll just do this on the weekend when the opportunity arises. My list is just too busy. Raise your hands.
Say that again?
Those that said, when the opportunity comes up, I'm just really busy, I have a lot of things to do. Not really a priority to learn and grow, and when it comes up, great. Nobody? All right. Okay, there's one.
Probably the whole one, yeah.
Oh, no, and there's no right or wrong. And here's the thing, guys. The beautiful thing to these questions is that there is no right or wrong answers. Because ultimately, these questions are meant for you to learn more about yourself. Okay? And what I want to take you guys through is that we need to start really understanding and thinking in a way that if we really are talking about putting ourselves first, what do we mean by that? Are we saying, I want more time to hang out with my friends? I want more time to go ahead and enjoy life? What is it that you want to do with this time? Because at the end of the day, the question's still the same. You have 12 to 16 hours, because you have to sleep at least 8 to be healthy, right? To go ahead and regenerate yourself. But you have to learn, what am I going to do in these 16 hours? Everyone on the face of the earth has the same 24-hour clock that we all have to live by. Rich or poor, Caucasian or Hispanic, African American or Asian, everyone functions in the same 24 hours of the day. The only difference is what we're doing with those 24 hours. That's why I wanted you guys to write this thing down, because you guys clearly wrote down your list as to what is it that you're doing with your time. You have a question?
Yes, what you said about the learning and opportunities, and none of us had it on there. However, I'm not disagreeing with you. What I'm personally saying is that, yes, these are my 5-6 things that I do all day. However, if I'm having a meeting with my district manager, he presents me with an opportunity, then I think I would have to reshuffle that and reprioritize that into what my list of things to do going forward.
But do you see how that statement makes it his priority first before you react? What you're telling me by that statement, Ms., is that you will not make time for it until someone else tells you to make time for it. Whose priority is it to get promoted? Whose priority is it to look good when you wake up and look in front of the mirror? Whose priority is it to lose weight? Whose priority is it to learn a new language? If any of those goals are yours, whose priority is it? Is it your boss's or is it yours?
It's yours.
So why aren't you making the time for it? This is the hard truth, guys. And this is why I wanted to come in and try to have this conversation with all of you. Because you guys are blessed that you work for a company that's taking the time to have you guys in one room and provide these opportunities where you get to focus on you. 90 to 99% of the companies that you work for will tell you from 9 to 5, whether you're a director, or a manager, or a barista, a gas pump clerk, or whatever, what you're doing with that time. You have no say or no control for how many of those hours, whether it's a 4-hour shift or 8-hour shift. They're paying you for you to execute on their priorities and their goals. And the beautiful part about this is that they're trying to teach you a work-life balance, because Starbucks is beautiful enough that they're saying, yes, we're meeting our goals, but you guys have to make time for your own personal goals. And that's why when I put you through this exercise, I don't want to call anyone out, but I want you guys to take a hard look at that list. And we're going to do the same exercise next, but this time, because remember, we can't change the past. But today is the determination of what our life's going to be for tomorrow and thereafter. So now, knowing, and we're going to go through the same exercise, what this first exercise was all about, if the question were to change is, if you had unlimited time, and knowing what your list is today, what would you like to add to that list to better yourselves tomorrow? So this is how you start setting goals. So for 1 minute and about 3 seconds, I'm going to ask each of you to decide what kind of person do you want to be tomorrow, next month, next year, and what's missing in that original list that needs to get on there to accomplish that goal. All right, you guys ready? Okay, go. How many of you, and please raise your hands up, and I'm not going to make you stand up, and I want you to raise them high like she mentioned. How many of you have nothing written on your paper? And be honest with yourselves. Okay? That's good. Now, how many of you have at least 2 things on that piece of paper? Raise your hand. I mean, raise them high, guys. Is there anyone? At least 2. Okay? So, Talk to me. Is it just one?
For myself, there's just one thing.
Just, yeah, but you're already doing a lot. That's really, really good. Okay. So I want to hear from you, because that's twice you've done the outline. What's on that list? That one thing. Because it sounds really important.
Well, the one thing I am looking to accomplish is for the business that I have on the side, I'm looking to get it to the point that I consider successful. And the thing that's keeping me from that is time.
Okay.
Because essentially I have resources that I'm continuously using to better myself with it from different directions too, whether reading, listening to resources, going to meetings. But then it's a matter of continuing to employ different techniques and methods that need to be done to make it work. To me, for my mentality, it is a matter of time and just continuing to do the right thing.
That's not an actionable item. Can you create more time? Can
I
you add more time?
What I meant by the
What
expression.
can you add to your list? So it's got to be short, because that sentence was not written in a minute. So what was added to your list that you could add to make sure that happens?
I guess really nothing then. 'Cause
Nothing.
what I meant by time is that it's a matter of time and continuing the same effort. But I couldn't really ask for anything more than that. At least where things are at right now.
Okay. Here's where I'm going to challenge you a little bit.
Yeah.
The challenge here is, it's not that I want to produce a result, but I really want you to get thinking as to what is it that I'm doing with my day, and what could I do, if time was available, to either enhance or improve what I'm already doing. Anyone that's sitting here today that thinks that everything's picture perfect, that means you're enjoying your life a lot right now. You feel like you're at the top of your game, but I can tell you right now, like Starbucks already knows, and every Fortune 500, every Fortune 100 company knows, if you don't change, you fail. So even though things are going extremely well for you, and I praise you for that, keep all that hard work going, if you don't adapt and change and improve, it's going to start to climb.
Oh, well, in that sense, I do consider that part of the process of what's in the perfect place. Like when I said in using types of materials for like self-betterment, I see that as part of being on track, as continuously changing and developing. So that I'm not saying not to change. I see a process of changing as being a state that I like to be in.
Okay.
So I do consider that to be positive.
But you didn't put change as part of your priorities in your original list. So how are you going to make time for change if you're not inducing it?
It is in the list. I listed like reading, listening to empowering recordings, going to meetings. So
That's fair.
That is for inducing.
And it is on your daily schedule to do every day?
Yes.
All right, that's pretty good. Now, for those that actually felt that we were able to add a few things, I want to hear from you specifically, if you can. Just what did